So I've almost completed the first ball of my garter stitch scarf and I'm ready to join the next ball to make it even longer. I've come to the end of the ball and I've been left with about 10 inches tail, and that's a perfect length for when I darn in at the end, and also helps me for joining in my next ball. So I'm going to bring the next ball in, and this time I'm just going to bring it in a different colour to make it easy for you to be able to see how I do the join. Joining your next ball, you do not need to knot your yarns together. You're going to do it by literally laying the two yarns on top of each other. So let's begin. I'm going to insert my needle as if to knit. Now, instead of using the previous tail, I'm going to leave that below. And then with my new ball, I'm going to leave another tail of about the same length, about 10 inches below. There's the new colour. And my working yarn, I'm just anchoring it with my fingers behind. I'm going to knit this stitch by bringing the yarn round and doing a normal knit stitch and knit the stitch off. Now you just can carry on like that, but you'll see behind that these don't feel very secure. So I do one more action now before I finish with the previous tails. So the working ball yarn is this top one and the two tails are sitting below. So before carrying on, what I'm going to do is anchor these by laying them over the top of the new thread. There's the grey one going over, and I'm going to bring the orange one over as well. So I'm just taking them over to the left, and then I'm going to use the working ball yarn to knit the stitch, and I'll just do a few stitches to show you. So I'm just carrying on. You can see I've got my new ball now in place for knitting, and if I just turn it over, you can see there's those two threads at the beginning of the row, which I'm just going to pull in gently. They now feel really nice and secure and they won't come undone. And then when I've completed the scarf, those ends can then be neatly darned into the main part of the garter stitch scarf, and you won't see them, but they'll also make a nice secure end. And along the edge, you'll see no join at all. So now my new ball is in place, and I can carry on knitting to the end of this next ball, ready to cast off to complete my garter stitch scarf.